Hello everyone, I'm Bhavna Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, GemTech Greater Noida. In the management accounting, today we are going to discuss relevant cost, decision making, and few applications of marginal costing. First, we'll discuss the concept of relevant cost. Relevant cost means the cost which is relevant to decision at hand. The costs are relevant if they guide the executive towards decision with the top management's objective. So it is good if the costs are not only relevant but also it should be accurate. Next topic is decision making. Decision making means the company has to take certain decisions, like they want to purchase a new plant, an equipment. They want to decide whether to manufacture a particular product or directly purchase from outside. So a decision is always taken when there are alternatives available. If there is no alternative, then there is no need to take any decision. Now there are various steps in the decision making. First is defining the problem. Now the first step in the process of decision making is to recognize that a decision has to be made. The problem has to be defined. So the problem should be clearly defined as well as precisely defined. Next is identifying the alternatives. Whatever alternatives are available, the company has to identify the possible alternatives. They can use the additional information. They can list out all the possible alternatives and also can eliminate the unattractive alternatives. In the next step, the company has to evaluate the quantitative factors, which is measurable, like all the alternatives, revenues has to be defined, cost has to be defined, like for example, company has to purchase a particular machinery. So the cost of that machinery should be evaluated, should be considered. What is the production capacity of that particular machinery? What would be the repairs and maintenance? So all the quantitative factors has to be evaluated. Then evaluating the qualitative factors. That means the pros and cons of each alternative has to be considered. Not only the quantitative factors, but also the qualitative factors. In next step, some additional information can be obtained. So if in the previous steps, any information is missing or any additional information which can be obtained, which can be help in improving the decision, that can be obtained. In next step, the company has to select the best alternative. So after weighing the pros and cons of each alternative, we have to select the best alternative which is at least cost or give maximum returns. And at last, the result has to be appraised. There, it may happen that the company or the particular uh, manager has done the mistake of taking a particular decision. So the results has to be monitored. Then we have to be ready to adapt the plan, or we can switch to another alternative if a particular alternative does not work out. But generally in in the company, big decisions has to be taken, which is irreversible. Like if the company has bought a machinery, it may incur lakhs or crores of rupees. So obviously the decision making is a very crucial process. Now, next topic is applications of marginal costing. That what are the different areas where marginal costing can be applied, like in make or buy decision, or the selection of a particular product, or discontinuing a particular product line, or exploring the new market. So we'll discuss one by one. So first one is determination of sales mix. Now, the sales mix is determined on the basis of contribution per unit of the product. So obviously, the product which gives highest contribution should be given highest priority. And the product whose contribution is least should be given least priority. And if a product is giving negative contribution, that means costs are more than sales, variable cost is more than sales, then it should be discontinued. So contribution means more reward for the company. So obviously the company is going to choose that particular product that is giving the highest contribution. So let's discuss an example. Pankaj Limited is engaged in manufacturing two products, which is product A and product B. Now for product A, selling price is 60 rupees per unit and product B selling price is 100 rupees a unit. The direct material for product A is 20 rupees per unit and for product B, material is 25 rupees per unit. Direct wages is 10 rupees per unit, while for product B it is 15 rupees. Now variable overheads are 100% of direct wages. That means variable overheads for product A is 10 and for product B is 15 rupees. Fixed overheads is 10,000 per annum. Maximum capacity is 1,000 units. Now you are being asked to show the contribution of both the products A and B, and you have to recommend that which of the following sales mix should be adopted. Like first is the case that if the company produces 300 units of product A and 600 units of product B. Second, or in the case if company produces 450 units of product A and 450 units of product B. So the company has to produce 900 units. They are looking for the options about the mix, that how much of product A and B should be produced so that we get the maximum contribution. So for this, we have to prepare the statement of marginal cost. Now we have prepared marginal cost statement for product A and B. So if we have to calculate the contribution, we need sales and variable cost. So first we can calculate the variable cost or marginal cost. In the question, now for variable cost or marginal cost, we consider only the variable cost. So that is material, labor, overheads, except the fixed overheads, because we do not consider the fixed cost. So direct material is given in the question, that is 20 rupees for A product and 25 rupees for B product. Likewise, we are given the direct wages, which is 10 rupees for product A and 15 rupees for product B. And variable overheads are also given, which was mentioned that it is 100% of direct wages. That means we'll take the same value as of direct wages. Again, 10 rupees for product A and 15 rupees for product. So we have to do the total of the marginal cost. So 20 plus 10 is 40 rupees. So 40 rupees is the marginal cost or variable cost for product A. Likewise, for product B, 25 plus 15 plus 15 is 55 rupees. That means product B. Variable cost is rupees 55. Now, in the question, selling price is also given. That is 60 rupees for product A per unit and 100 rupees per unit for product B. So we'll deduct the marginal cost with the sales. So 60 minus 40 is 20 rupees and 100 minus 55 is 45. That means whatever information is given, product A is giving contribution of 20 rupees per unit, while product B is contribution is 45 rupees per unit. So obviously product B is giving more contribution. Now we are given two situations, two sales mix. We have to find out and recommend the sales mix. Now, first alternative is given that the company is planning to produce 300 units of product A and 600 units of product B. That means A contribution is 20 rupees. So 300 units into 20 rupees is the contribution that we have just calculated. That means product A total contribution would be 6,000. So if we produce 600 units of product B and product B contribution is 45 rupees. So that makes 27,000. So contribution of product A in case 300 units are produced is 6,000, while contribution of product B in case 600 units of B product are produced is 27,000. So by adding both the contribution, the total contribution is 33,000. So if we have to calculate the profit, we'll deduct the fixed cost with the contribution. That means fixed cost per annum is given as 10,000 rupees. So profit is 23,000. So in this case, if we take the first alternative to produce 300 units of product A and 600 units of product B, the company will get a contribution of 33,000 rupees and profit of rupees 23,000. Now we'll take alternative second. In alternative 2, the company is planning to produce 450 units of product A and same 450 units of product B. Now, in case 450 units are produced for product A, will multiply with the contribution per unit, that is 20 rupees. So, contribution for product A, if 450 units are produced, is rupees 9,000. In case of B, if 450 units are produced, contribution for product B is 45 rupees. Then the contribution for product B is 20,250 rupees. So the total contribution, that means contribution of product A and B, is 29,250. Same way, we'll deduct the fixed cost to get the profit. So profit is 19,250. So now we have to recommend that which of the sales alternative is better. So like we can see that in sales alternative A, contribution is 33,000, while in B alternative, contribution is 29,250. That means more contribution is in case of sales mix 1, while there is less contribution in case of sales mix 2. So we can say that the sales mix under alternative A is more profitable because it is giving maximum total contribution and more profit as compared to alternative B. So likewise, we can apply marginal costing in various areas. So we'll discuss the other applications in next lecture.